smoked another, there will be no problem. Because so far as one has smoked once, it's not difficult to leave, because you're not got into a situation where you can't leave, because you just smoke one cigarette, so what is the problem? But when he said from 1 to 3 a day, you would have heard from some people, and I have seen people, not just heard, who were chain smokers, 2 packets of 20, which means 40 a day, right? 40 cigarettes a day. And when they were taught, or their change management was carried out that this is not good and this is affecting your lungs and so on and heart problems, they started reducing. When they started reducing, that kind of a guy who was having 40 a day came down to 3 a day. Like tablets, 1 plus 1 plus 1 after meals. यार इसके बगैर खाना नहीं हजम होता, नाश्ते के बाद, खाने के बाद, रात के खाने के 3 तो पीनी पड़ती है, तो 3 जो पीनी पड़ती है वो still habit है. He cannot leave that 3. It's very difficult for that person. So I'm not saying that it cannot be. People have left even those 3 and come to 0. There are many people. Lot of willpower, lot of courage to take certain decisions like this in life, that you come from 40 to 0. Of course, it also takes some time. And sometimes they are abrupt and you just leave it. So tomorrow, khalas, from tomorrow no more. So habits are difficult to change, whether they are good or they are bad. So we have to avoid coming to a bad habit stage. We have to avoid even doing a bad act or word, but we are human, so we can get into these things. So if we have even, God forbid, come to a bad act once, we should forget it forever, that we will not do it ever. The best thing is to forget the bad things at thought level, not to proceed further. That's the best thing to groom yourself in character. And then make it a habit to do good things by following this process, and that will become your character. Very, very important. Very important when we talk of ethics and ethical practices. Now we summarize from all that what we have presented and character and everything. What are some of the professional values? Honesty, integrity, keeping promises, reliability, fairness, caring, respect for others, responsible citizenship, quest for excellence, and accountability. I think these are some of the major, cover most of the areas of our ethical actions, deeds, words, whatever. So we should try in our personal as well as professional life and areas to follow these values, and above all, no compromise on integrity. So if we take this as a lesson, that integrity and honesty and these things, that keeping promises, I think we will be very good in practicing ethics in our professions. Now finally, the role of stakeholders, professionals to focus on character and integrity in addition to personality. I'm not saying that we don't have to groom our personalities. Definitely we need to groom our personalities, but we have to focus more towards the other area, which is character and integrity. Board members and shareholders to balance their approach on profit making or material gains vis-a-vis responsibility and good corporate citizenship. Good corporate citizenship means that they have to share their role in the society and their contribution, whether regulatory or CSR. So regulatory includes all those taxes and non-smuggled things and all that, those areas, and CSR, which is not compulsory but voluntarily. Not just talks on websites, that's CSR, but actually. Audit firms to ensure independent reporting irrespective of their vested interest, even if there is any. If there is a sister concern which is doing consulting, they have to take care of this area. Regulatory bodies to keep public and social interest on top of their agenda, rather than some other, agenda items. Society to change the approach of ignorance or tolerance when it comes to accountability. We all, in our capacities, should not just say that, yaar hone do ho raha hai, wo kar rahe hain, they are doing it. Let's raise the voice whatever you can, against that evil, that ill treatment by some people, whoever they are. That's our responsibility. And finally, I'll conclude on this slide, and I think this is an excellent advice. I was trying to read and get something or summarize something of the whole thing, but I couldn't get any better than this, in this topic and this very subject, from the beloved Prophet ﷺ. And he said, what is lawful is clear. What is unlawful is also clear. but between them are certain doubtful things which many people do not recognize. He who guards against the doubtful things keeps his religion and his honor blameless, but he who falls into doubtful things falls into what is unlawful. I think nothing better than this could be on ethics. So if one takes this advice and tries to, see, we know this is right and this is wrong. So there is no chance of confusion there. You have to be very clear on those. This is right, this is wrong. But there are certain doubtful areas that you sometimes feel, यार अगर इसको कर लो तो शायद गलत होगा, नहीं होगा. You know, like you are in between, right or wrong, maybe, maybe not. But if you have this doubt, you know, and you have a chance of maybe this is wrong, and you avoid that maybe, how would you do something which is clearly wrong? This could be nothing better than this. So if we have any doubt of something, some word from our mouth, some action by us, something which we see, and we think it might, you know, be wrong. If it might be wrong and try to avoid that, I'm sure one will not get into what is wrong. So that is the best advice on ethics. And I think I'll end on this. Thank you very much. There is, I think, 20 minutes for Q&A. You're most welcome to ask if you have any question regarding this presentation or on the topic. Thank you very much.
As a token of appreciation to our learned speaker, we would like to present this souvenir, and may I request our honorable members sitting over here, please sit. जी जी आप मुझे आपका नाम नहीं मालूम.
कितनी मतलब ये आपने और जगह तो फर्स्ट टाइम जी जी वैसे दो वैसे तो बहुत करता हूँ दूसरे टॉपिक ओके
थैंक यू सर.
मैंने तो बोल दिया ताकि अगर हैं तो मैं भी
आप में से कोई क्वेश्चन वैसे तो आई थिंक जी प्लीज
जरूर करें. इंटरनेट बेहतर है. माइक दीजिएगा प्लीज.
मेरा नाम यूसुफ है. मेरा सवाल है जो सीए फर्म स्मॉल सीए फर्म्स ऑडिट प्रैक्टिस है, जैसे कि ऑडिट वर्किंग पेपर फाइल होनी चाहिए. तो कई फर्म्स हैं जो छोटी फर्म्स, मतलब हमारा कि उसमें या तो सिरे से वर्किंग पेपर फाइल ही नहीं बनी और या फिर मतलब इनकम्प्लीट होती है. तो आई कैप का कोई चेक तो है नहीं, मतलब जो कि उनको मतलब फाइल्स को रिव्यू कर सकें. अब मतलब शुरू तो हुए जैसे क्यूसीआर के लिए हैं, तो वो तो अंडर रिव्यू हैं कि हो सकती हैं. तो मतलब इसको कहते एथिक्स को कैसे चेक करें कि क्या आई कैप मतलब वो तो फाइल्स को ना तो रिव्यू हो सकती हैं और ना ही वो मतलब वो तो इनकम्प्लीट होती हैं. तो इस तरह सीए फर्म्स की मतलब
सही
क्वालिटी किस तरह बेहतर.
क्वेश्चन तो आपका बिल्कुल क्लियर है. आई थिंक देयर इज नो डाउट इन दिस क्वेश्चन एंड आई एम श्योर देयर आर मेनी सच फर्म्स जो छोटी हैं, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं स्मॉल फर्म्स हैं, और वहाँ ऐसा हो रहा होगा. सबको नहीं कह सकते मगर हो रहा होगा, बहुत सी फर्म्स में हो रहा है. मैं अगेन बैक टू स्क्वायर वन आ जाऊँगा. एंड द क्वेश्चन इज द फर्म इज डेफिनेटली बीइंग हेडेड बाय अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. ठीक है ना. ऑडिट फर्म कोई चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बगैर तो चल ही नहीं सकती, चाहे वो वन मैन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट फर्म हो, सोल या पार्टनरशिप में हो, 2-3 होंगे क्वालिफाइड. तो डेफिनेटली एक मेंबर ऑफ दिस इंस्टीट्यूट इज देयर फॉर श्योर, प्रैक्टिसिंग मेंबर. सबसे पहले तो अगेन वही बात आती है कि कैरेक्टर ऑफ दैट मेंबर. इफ ही इज नॉट, सी आपका सवाल था कि आई कैप क्या कर रहा है. मैं आई कैप को रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करता, लिहाजा मैं आई कैप की तरफ से तो बोलूंगा नहीं क्या करता हूं, लेकिन मैं जनरल बता देता हूं. सबसे पहले तो ये है कि दैट पर्सन, उसकी कैरेक्टर की बात आ रही है ना, हम नाम नहीं ले रहे किसी का, ठीक है, 25 फर्म ऐसी हैं या 100